right, thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham. And we'll look at this very quickly. I'm going to show you a video in a moment. I'm going to show you a video where the governor of Benue State, Governor Samuel Ortom, made some very, very strong comments with respect to Atiku choosing Governor Okowa over Governor Wike as his running mate. And so we'll be looking at that in a moment, and we'll see how far we can go with that video, with credit to Channels Television on this particular one. He made those statements on Channels Television, and so we'll be looking at them in the moment. But then let's just take this as an introductory in about 30 seconds. Now, Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has said that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, ought to have reached out to Governor Nyesom Wike before announcing his running mate for the 2023 election. Atiku, Wike, and others had vied for the flag bearer to be the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party. However, the former vice president emerged winner, and shortly afterwards, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa was chosen as his running mate. The decision the decision to choose Okowa did not sit well with many, because a forum was constituted to pick Atiku's vice president candidate, and of the 17 stakeholders who met over the matter, 14 were of the opinion that Wike should become the vice president. Let's look at this video very quickly and listen to what Governor Samuel Ortom has to say, and then we'll come back to do some analysis. However, you are free to just keep dropping your comment, make them simple and civil as we go on. Let's watch this video quickly. Okay. I beg your pardon. The video. I'll give you that in a moment. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's take it quickly. Okay. We would get that video. We'll get that video in a moment. Still loading from what I am being told here. Still loading. But then let's look at a few things that he mentioned in that particular video, which I would like us to look at together. Let's look at a few things together. Speaking on this issue, which seems to have caused a dissent within the ranks of the opposition party, Governor Ortom said its choice only became a problem because Atiku asked stakeholders to deliberate and decide who his VP would be, and then went on to choose against the will of the stalwarts in whose hands he had earlier entrusted the task. And so there was a task that was entrusted with the responsibility to choose a running mate for him, and then he now went ahead behind them to choose somebody else. It's like rendering their efforts, null and void. Maybe he was just trying to follow due process. However, he knew what he was going to do. Ortom went on to say that the development would not have caused any bad blood, seeing that ultimately the choice was Atiku's. Nevertheless, the PDP presidential candidate ought to have reached out to those who are aggrieved over the selection, a move which he is yet to make. However, we've seen in the news where Atiku has been saying that he's going to do everything possible to bring every aggrieved member together and back on the same page with him, the same page with the PDP before the election. According to Ortom, an individual like Wike, who has been a great pillar for the PDP in the recent years, should have been reached out to by Atiku even before announcing Okowa as his vice presidential candidate. All that was needed, even before the pronouncement, after we did our recommendation, Wike would have been reached out to. He is a human being. This is a man who has built the party today in PDP. He has fought all night and all day to see that his party remains together. So it would have been reached out to say that this is the decision we are taking and this is the reason we are taking this decision. And I think I think he would understand. Ortom explain. However, some people have been of the opinion that one of the reasons why Atiku would not or didn't choose Wike was because they were both flag bearers vying for the position or to fly the flag, the presidential flag of that party, and citing examples like what we had at some point in Osun State, for instance. We had the likes of Baba Bisi Akande and the present General Secretary of the APC, Omishore, vying, who were both vying for the office, but then Baba became governor while Omishore became his vice, and eventually it became a fight. There was a fight broke forth, and so the same thing happened with late Chief Bola Ige, also with his vice. Then there were issues eventually. So some people feel that must have been the reason why Atiku took that decision not to take Wike, looking at Wike as a very strong man and probably somebody who he probably would not be able to toss around. I say that too. Now, the governor explained, said he believes Wike would have agreed if probably addressed, because all politicians know that the party is supreme, while asserting that 3 individuals who the committee recommended as vice president were very qualified. Every one of them were qualified. Ortom stressed that Wike was eminently qualified and was chosen by the forum because they saw him as a force that would aid the victory of the People's Democratic Party come 2023. Nonetheless, Ortom said the party still remains united and only have to dialogue and iron things out, because beyond the internal interplay, there is a bigger prize to be won, which is to host the All Progressive Congress (APC) when the presidential election comes around. Let's try seeing that video again, and let's try seeing it again. Beg your pardon. Okay, just please keep dropping your comments. I will bring up the video as time goes on. I will bring that up in my subsequent updates, even as I bring you updates as touching this particular matter. Please do drop your comment, make them simple and civil. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and this is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Bye-bye.